we're diving into something pretty unique, a breakdown of Voyage of the Demeter, directed by Andrew Overdahl. This film takes a bite out of Bram Stoker's Dracula universe.
Absolutely, Eva. This movie is all about that chilling voyage of the Demeter, and we're here to share our thoughts and reactions with you all.
So, as you might have guessed, the film revolves around the Demeter, the ship that's transporting Dracula's crates from Transylvania to London. It's based on a chapter from the original Dracula novel.
And one thing to note is that this isn't your typical Dracula story. It's not centered around the man himself, but rather the crew's terrifying ordeal on board.
And what an ensemble cast we have. Corey Hawkins, Liam Cunningham, David Doss Mulch. The talent is undeniable.
The premise is a claustrophobic nightmare, a small ship with plenty of hiding spots, a monster on board, and a crew being picked off one by one.
The tension and horror are palpable, and the practical effects shine through. Dracula's creature design looks fantastic, especially in those moments where he's creeping in the shadows.
Exactly, Eva. And did you catch the different phases of Dracula's transformation? At first, he's like a mix of Gollum and Barlow, but then he evolves into something more put together, resembling Nosferatu.
The best scares are when someone spots Dracula and he vanishes in a blink. That sense of him being an elusive and relentless monster is nightmare fuel.
But remember, folks, this isn't about the silly Dracula we often see. This is Dracula the monster, unhinged, unbridled, and absolutely terrifying.
And speaking of monsters, the kills are both bloody and satisfying, keeping that vampire flavor alive.
It's great to see nods to classic vampire lore, ensuring it feels like a vampire story, even though it's more about the crew's struggle.
And there's a fascinating perspective here, where Dracula is seen as a monster that can take on the form of a man, which flips the usual perception on its head.
The movie's strength lies in its dark and practical approach. It strikes a balance between tension building and some genuinely dark moments.
Although James, that the CGI towards the end did feel a bit noticeable compared to the earlier practical effects.
Let's talk about the ending. While most of the film delivers a slow burn horror with psychological torment, the ending takes a turn that feels out of place.
Yeah, it's like the movie is trying to set up something bigger, and it just didn't mesh well with the rest of the experience. Not the best way to wrap things up.
Overall, Voyage of the Demeter provides a unique spin on the Dracula universe. If you're a Dracula fan, you'll definitely find something to sink your teeth into.
Despite a few gripes, I had a bloody good time watching it. So, if you're into dark horror with a monster twist, give it a shot.
Despite a few gripes, I had a bloody good time watching it. So, if you're into dark horror with a monster twist, give it a shot.
And drop your thoughts in the comments below. Have you seen Voyage of the Demeter? What's your favorite Dracula story? Let us know.